Sanzi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. An incredible show we're having right now. Great conversations, great food, and now we have some great advice, and especially with the season commencing. Now, embarking on outdoor adventures with your furry companion is always obviously an exciting journey. It's filled with love and a lot of loyalty, I hope. But amidst the beauty of nature, unseen dangers like snakes can pose a threat. So, here to guide us through essential safety tips while out in nature is the seasoned snake handler, Steve Maygarden in the building, a.k.a. Steve, the Venom Man. Brother, it's so good to always have you in the studio. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Yeah, good, man. And I think this is perfect timing. I know a lot of us are going to start heading out for more adventures, especially as the season also changes. I know a lot of people are waterfall chasing now. It's cooler months, so we can spend more time in nature. But this also means that there's more potential threats, especially if we're taking our loved ones with us, right?
Exactly.
I want to ask you, how would you even identify or know that your dog has maybe been bitten by a snake, and whether or not it's venomous or poisonous, can we even make out or tell the difference or figure this out?
Okay, so venom and poison, the difference is the poison you have to ingest. So a poison would have been a chemical compound, whereas if a dog is bitten, there's three main effects that you get. So you get your cytotoxins, you get your hemotoxins, and you get your neurotoxins.
All right, you want to explain to me what that means? Yeah.
So your hemotoxins would be your blood-destroying venoms. So that stops your blood from coagulating, and you'll bleed from your fingernails, your gums, your eyes.
Okay, so hemoglobin, that makes sense,
Exactly.
all right? Okay, cool.
Your neurotoxin, it shuts down your nervous system, stops your signals from your brain getting to your heart and lungs, and stops your respiratory system.
Oh,
so that one kills you very quickly. Within an hour, a Cape Cobra can have you where you can't breathe. So you have to get to the emergency room very quickly. And then your cytotoxins obviously are flesh destroying, so that causes a lot of pain and a lot of damage. But death is actually quite rare in South Africa because we've got good access, so they can treat you in the hospital for that.
And when we were to potentially embark on a mission, let's say in a mountain or hiking, because, I mean, the options for animals in South Africa is incredible.
Yes.
Are these the kind of things that we need to be looking out for? Is this something that we could possibly encounter on one of these hikes? Is this something you see in South Africa quite a lot?
It's something that you see quite a lot. Look, when you're out on hikes, it's rare to see them because they get out of your way. But if you do see them, it's probably going to be one of the triple threat here in Cape Town. You would see your puff adder most commonly because that is an ambush predator, so it doesn't move out of your way like the Cape Cobra and the boomslang would. So that'll depend on its camouflage. It's beautiful camouflage that it's got with its chevrons running down its back.
Yeah.
It'll blend into our foliage, and that's why it's got the yellows on it, because our fynbos has got a lot of yellows that favor that snake.
Makes sense.
And then he'll puff through his nose and he'll warn you. He'll say, "I'm here, be careful, don't step on me." Then it's up to you now. You must stop, look where the snake is, and then back up away from the snake.
Yeah.
The cobras, they'll hood at you, but if you give them a gap, they'll get out of the way. So all of the snakes have got a warning system. It's not like they're out to bite you. They're defensive creatures.
And with that being said, I mean, not to alarm anybody when they're all going out on the mountain, but I hike like twice a week on average, and rarely do I encounter much in the mountains. So it does give you a sort of a peace of mind.
Yeah.
But I have been told, though, that even though you don't see them, it doesn't mean they're not there.
Exactly.
And I know there's certain areas that maybe have more snakes, certain people may be living in certain surroundings. Are there any sort of safety measures that people could possibly put in place? I know maybe if you're living close to mountainous areas or bushy fields or something like that.
Most
is there anything extra that you can do to be like sort of more precautious about preventing these incidents from happening with our pets?
So snakes want three main things. They want food, they want shelter, and they want water.
Okay, so get rid of all those three things.
So those three things are what attract them, exactly. So if you keep a lot of things in your yard, like building rubble or anything that snakes can hide under or mice can nest in, that's going to attract snakes. It's going to draw them closer. If you've got big water sources and there's not a lot of water outside in summer, they're going to come towards the water sources, so that attracts snakes. So you limit the things that's going to attract snakes. Make sure your property's tidy, make sure it's clean, make sure you can see nicely, your grass isn't too long, where a puff adder could be laying in the grass and you accidentally step on him. If you're out walking with your dogs, keep your dogs on a leash until you get to a nice clear area that you can see what's going on. If your dog starts going towards something to sniff it, pull it back and look what it's trying to sniff. Don't let it just wildly go.
Don't let it go. Find out for you.
Exactly. Because the other thing is a puff adder doesn't have a scent. It's one of the few animals with no scent. So the dog can't actually smell.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
Exactly,
Interesting.
because they're an ambush predator, so they mask their scent. So,
All right, so let's just say if we were in that small percentage of people that maybe does encounter one of these issues and there's an attack that takes place.
Yes.
Dog, potentially.
Yeah.
What advice do you have for them? What do they do? Are there places or specific vets that they could go to? What do we do in this crazy situation?
It's the same for people and for pets. So what you would do is you want to get to the closest emergency center that you can get access to respiratory tubes and things. So you would phone, if you're up the mountain and something happens to you, you'd phone 112. It's free from any cell phone, and even if you don't have signal, it still works.
Okay.
So you'll be able to get 112, and they can come to you. So you explain to them where you are, what trail you went up. If you are able, you can start going down the trail calmly and meet them halfway. They'll come up with a stretcher and meet you. If you're incapacitated, they'll obviously come and find you.
Ah,
they
brilliant.
can helicopter you. So, and it's the same for pets, because dogs react the same way as people do when they get bitten. Dogs actually fare a lot better than people with puff adder bites, for example. So dogs that get bitten by puff adder bites, they bounce back a lot quicker.
Oh, wow.
Most of the time.
All right, well, educating indeed, and I'm definitely still excited to get on the mountain, just a little bit more, I think, educated and I think safe in doing so. Now, for you, Mzansi, obviously, it's not just snakes lurking in the grass that we need to worry about. Our guardians of love can also pick up ticks and fleas during their beloved walks. But don't worry, because that's where NEXGARD comes in. Now, NEXGARD protects your pet from these hidden dangers so that you can both enjoy every moment outdoors and have it a little bit more worry-free. Now, NEXGARD is a chewable tick and flea preventative that is available in a convenient 1 month or 3 month protection pack. And you can trust NEXGARD to keep your pet protected, happy, and ready for the next adventure. And of course, if you are heading into the mountain, then you can also contact Steve. He's got some great advice and any warnings with any adventures that you are going on. And you can reach out to him. His number is 064 681 0779. But it gets even better, right? So I want some lucky viewers to start listening. Yes, get those lucky ears out, because you stand the chance to win 2,000 Rand, and that's cash and a surprise goodie for your furry friend. All you got to do is simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram pages and tell us the following: what makes your dog your best friend? Oh, it's a good question, and I know we're going to get some great answers. But don't forget to use the hashtag NEXGARD and the hashtag Guardians of Love in your answer. The competition closes midday, Friday the 3rd of May. Your T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Steve, thank you so much for educating us.
You're welcome.
I hope to not see you in the mountain for any of these reasons, but only for the good stuff.
Definitely.
We're heading off to Joburg now. Zanele is bringing us some entertainment. So let's dance, let's groove, and let's have a good time. What you got for us?